My name is Doreen Dodgen McGee, and 22 years ago, my brother-in-law shot his way into my mother-in-law's home and proceeded to kill my sister-in-law and my 3 young nieces in front of my mother-in-law, even despite a restraining order that should have protected them. My mother-in-law was shot but survived. I have witnessed firsthand how the trauma of this situation has continued to ripple deeply through the Oregon community in which it occurred, as well as into my own family's lives. I knew that more needed to be done to keep guns out of the hands of domestic abusers, and that's why I joined Moms Demand Action in Everytown for gun safety. Until this very moment, Oregon treated domestic violence victims differently, depending on their relationship with their abuser. A restraining order against a married, divorced, or parenting partner prevented an abuser from getting a gun. But abusive dating partners that didn't live with or parent a child with their abuse victim could still pass background checks, even with a restraining order against them. This loophole needed desperately to be closed, and this bill closes it. This protects victims of domestic violence equally. It's important to note that this bill will protect people beyond those involved in abusive relationships. Because contrary to popular belief, 54% of all mass shootings, and these are incidents where 4 or more people are killed, between 2009 and 2016 were related to domestic abuse. 54% of mass shootings are related to domestic abuse. And reliable research tells us that victims of domestic abusers are not just adult women, they are also children, like my nieces. Governor Brown made it clear from the beginning of session that closing these loopholes was her priority, and I could not be more proud or humbly grateful to stand next to you as you sign this House Bill 4145 into law. Thank you, Governor Brown, from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of my family's hearts, and from all of the Oregonians' hearts for your incredible and bold leadership. Today, we are all saving lives. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce you to Grace Bulger. She's a University of Oregon student and a founder of the Students Demand Action chapter there. Grace?
So as she said, my name is Grace Bulger. I'm 21 years old and I'm a student at the University of Oregon. I'm also one of the co-founders of the Students Demand Action group on our campus. Our group was formed in response to the mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. We saw student survivors channel their grief into action, and we were inspired to join their fight for common sense gun safety. As students, today, we live and learn in an America where active shooter drills are as common as tornado drills in the Midwest. A country where children in elementary school are no longer preparing for a shocking hypothetical, but for a real possibility. A place where teachers, like my mom, go to work every day with the possibility of gun violence in the back of their mind. The U of O chapter of Students Demand Action is inspired by those who are unwilling to accept the status quo. Our hope is that the students of tomorrow, of next year, of the next generation, will feel supported and safe in their schools, their movie theaters, their shopping malls, and their homes. I'm grateful to the politicians who believe in this cause as much as we do. This bill today, signed by Governor Brown, shows me that my representatives are listening, that they believe in their power to make a positive change. We are advocating for smarter, stronger laws that keep guns away from dangerous people. This bill, prohibiting abusive dating partners and stalkers from possessing firearms, is just that. I'm thankful to be a part of this movement for stronger gun safety, and thankful to Moms Demand Action and to Everytown for helping students like us, like you all, get engaged. Their important work, as well as elected officials who are willing to take a stand, are teaching us how to be true catalysts for change. So on March 14th, 1 month after the mass shooting in Parkland, students at the University of Oregon will take part in a national walkout and will observe 17 minutes of silence in honor of the 17 student and teacher lives lost in Parkland. On March 24th, we will join student survivors by participating in the March for Our Lives, taking to the streets of our campuses and our cities to tell Congress, we will not accept one more death in schools because of gun violence.